Well, I did not expect to be talking about this on a fine Saturday afternoon. Hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome back to more esports talk. A former Overwatch pro, I would say known for having some toxic moments in his past, that being Dafran, has now been banned for life from a TO out there known as Solary, who, by the way, was putting on the event this past weekend, which was in the semifinals. And Dafran and his team, well, unfortunately enough, Dafran would not be allowed to compete. They still can play with the sub, though, following events which pertain to a lot of trash talk, especially when it comes time for a guy like Dafran potentially going pro in Valorant. I would say maybe not the best of look, but diehard Dafran fans probably find this very funny, as the trash talk got taken out of hand following events during the cup, which it does seem that apparently Dafran or one of his teammates was late to the actual event, thus giving a map advantage to the opposing team. The opposing team being upset by this, the discussions go on, and apparently the opposing team not even wanting to compete against this team for a variety of reasons out there. I am not sure on the finite details. I am sure they'll be unrevealed slowly but surely, but as of right now, Solary TV has now given Dafran a lifetime ban following his statements towards another Overwatch former pro player who was on the opposing team. Here is what Dafran had to say in some very choice words during the instance.
Hyp is a washed up trash Overwatch League player who had to retire because he's dog shit. And then he comes to Valorant and he's dog shit there too. He has to use excuses like, oh, I gotta eat dinner. And then, oh, you came too late because I have to go eat dinner. Oh, but in reality, I'm just being a bitch. And I don't want to play against you because I'm scared to lose.
16:30, right?
Yeah.
So we were late. We didn't know because no one told us. And then the other team was tweeting out that we are late. People don't respect like the time and shit. And then Brams talked to me saying that, bro, we're late. We're one map down and shit. And I told Dafran to join TeamSpeak. And I told Draken to call you. and whatever, we all joined here, and then Dafran just didn't want to play because if we are one map down, it's fucking absurd and shit. And he just
you shouldn't play one map down. I don't know, like.
Yeah, and then he said that they are a bunch of washed up players or some shit. I don't remember what.
Yeah.
And now they don't want to play because the friend said that. That's exactly without the friend.
Yeah, without me because they're scared. Without
Anything else? Anyone else? Sorry, but not Dafran. Okay.
I can't type because they're scared. They're scared pussies. They're actual pussies. Pussies. Holy shit.
And ever since then, I am sure you guys, our mature audience out there, can imagine why the tournament organizer who put this cup on for, a substantial amount of money, obviously only a few grand to some people out there, but still they put forth their own money to put on a respectable event. All of a sudden, one of your competitors trash talks heavily, not only the TO, Solary, but also other pro players in the tournament and event itself. I'm sure you guys can imagine why they'd probably be a bit frustrated by this. They have now banned Dafran for life from their events and also allowed the same team he was competing on to fill in his spot with a substitute player. As they said, today the player Dafran made disrespectful remarks during our Solary Cup on Valorant. These insults were directed at Hip Overwatch, his teammates, and our organization. We don't accept this kind of totally inappropriate behavior, especially for a reason that lies at the root of his mistake. Dafran is banned for life from our tournaments, and his team will be able to play the game tomorrow with a substitute. So, Dafran supposedly was late, had to face the consequences for being late to the matchup as well. And again, the finite details, Dafran saying, or his team saying they had no idea, what time they actually had to start or exactly what was going on with those. So we'll find out in the future what exactly was meant. It was Dafran's response now that really... I hate to say it's funny, but it's also one of those moments that's probably seen as funny, but completely wrong, especially if you are trying to go pro in Valorant. Here's what esports orgs are now seeing on your Twitter feed, as Dafran has now quoted that same tweet with some, again, choice words. Suck my ballsack. Joke of a tournament and organization. Hip and his team of washed up Overwatch players too scared to play us. A bunch of biatches. Have fun. with your dog crap. And just like that, guys, that is a story we are breaking down on this fine Saturday afternoon here at Esports Talk. You guys, of course, can leave your thoughts down below. I will save my thoughts probably for another video in the future. I wouldn't recommend any other pro players to do this. Yes, a few of them might be able to get away with this given their past offenses. It might be funny to a few of you guys out there, but it is incredibly, in my eyes, unprofessional to be late for an event or a matchup, to have to face those consequences, and then find those same consequences unfair, so you trash talk the opposing team and the organizer putting on the event is not the best look in my eyes. You guys might differ from that. Of course, you can leave your thoughts down below. Until next time, though, as per usual, you guys know what to do. I hope a few of you guys are already hope you guys are already, this is a straw, drinking water, drinking coffee. I'll see you guys back here sometime soon.